Welcome to the 98th Annual ICMA Conference Arizona Host Committee Volunteer Training Session. We first want to take this opportunity to thank you for your willingness to help us showcase our state as we host this very important international conference. For those of you who may not be familiar with ICMA, we are an international community of county and local government professionals dedicated to the development and advancement of professional local government management for the purposes of creating sustainable communities that improve lives worldwide. We anticipate having over 3,000 visitors to our state during this conference from all over the country, as well as several international guests. This will be a very exciting and busy conference, none of which would be possible without your dedication and service, so thank you once again. This training session will cover the role of our volunteers, a brief overview of the various assignments, what you will be expected to wear, detailed logistics on the conference hotels, downtown parking, conference logistics, food and beverages, and handling emergencies, where to report for duty, and finally, the next steps for getting ready for the big day. So let's get started. Simply put, your role in this event is to help make our state shine. You will be serving as host committee ambassadors responsible for providing a welcoming atmosphere and putting the best foot forward for the state of Arizona. Although there are a huge variety of assignments throughout the conference, the main responsibility in each assignment is to provide the best guest experience possible. The most important things you can do to make this a reality are to welcome every guest, be friendly, courteous, and positive, answer questions or help find answers if you don't have one, and most importantly, to provide service with a smile. The conference activities begin on Friday, October 5th and extend through the end of the conference on Wednesday, October 10th. Many of the conference activities take place on Saturday and Sunday before the conference sessions begin, so thank you very much to those of you who graciously volunteered to work on the weekends, as that is when the majority of our volunteers are needed. Specific details related to volunteer assignments, check-in locations, and parking can be found in the Volunteer Guidelines and Frequently Asked Questions booklet that is included in your volunteer kit. You should have also received an email from your volunteer leader with details as well. Generally, the volunteer assignments and responsibilities are as follows. The Host Committee Lounge is the central hub of activity during the conference and is located at the Phoenix Convention Center. The lounge will be operational beginning Saturday and will extend through the close of the conference on Wednesday. Airport welcome desks will be located in the baggage claim areas of Terminals 2, 3, and 4 at Sky Harbor International Airport. You will be greeting guests on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to help direct them to ground transportation as needed. Conference hotel welcome desks will also be located at all 6 conference hotels on Saturday and Sunday to answer questions and help provide orientation to downtown conference facilities. There are 6 athletic events taking place throughout the conference, with 4 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, and 1 on Tuesday. Field demonstration events will be taking place on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and consist of a variety of business-related tours and demonstrations. Other tours include optional leisure activities that will be professionally chartered, with the exception of the Phoenix City Hall walking tour, which we will be staffing. Please encourage guests to sign up for the Phoenix City Hall walking tour at the Host Committee Lounge, as it is not included in the conference brochure. And finally, evening receptions and social events will take place on Saturday, Sunday, and Tuesday, and our role will be to help guide, direct, and socialize with event participants. All conference volunteers must be easily identifiable to make it easy for guests to know who they can ask for help. The general conference attire is business casual, and every volunteer is being provided with a red polo shirt that will be worn during all volunteer shifts. For those of you who are not registered for the conference but plan to attend the educational sessions, this shirt will serve as your all-access pass to those sessions. We are asking that your volunteer shirt be paired with black or khaki pants or skirts. Because this is a professional conference, jeans and shorts are not permitted. Please do, however, wear comfortable shoes, as most volunteer activities will require a significant amount of standing or walking. Athletic shoes are acceptable. If after reviewing your volunteer assignment you have any concerns related to the type of activity you're currently assigned to, please notify your section leader immediately. Finally, also included in your volunteer kit is an Ask Me pen. Please wear this during your entire volunteer shift. Included in your volunteer kit is an official ICMA conference program which contains lots of information about the conference activities, dining options, local amenities, and attractions. In addition, I thought we should cover some of the basic logistics and information to orient you with the convention center and the downtown area. As previously mentioned, there are 6 conference hotels. The 2 outlying hotels include the Holiday Inn Express to the north and the Spring Hill Suites to the east. Additional hotels are located near the conference facilities and include the Sheraton, which is located just north and west of the convention center, the Hyatt, which is located directly across the street from the West Convention Building, and the Renaissance and Westin hotels, which are located about 3 blocks west of the convention buildings. For volunteers working at the airport, you will receive special parking instructions dependent upon the terminal you are working in. For volunteers working downtown, we strongly encourage you to consider utilizing light rail options, which can be explored by visiting www.valleymetro.org and clicking on the light rail links. On-street parking is free on the weekends and after 5 p.m. on the weekdays. There are also several garages located in the downtown area that you may use. However, it is critical to note that the only garage where you will be able to park free of charge is the East Garage, located between Chase Field and the Arizona Science Center. Entry into the garage can be made from either Washington or Jefferson Streets, and a map is included with your volunteer kit. You will not be able to leave and come back on the same day you park because parking may only be validated once. To receive a validation voucher, you need to bring your parking ticket to the volunteer office. For volunteers working at the 2 outlying hotels, Holiday Inn Express and Spring Hill Suites, there is free on-site parking. However, there are no shuttles between the hotels and the conference center. The Phoenix Convention Center is located at 100 North 3rd Street and consists of several clusters of buildings. All conference activities for this particular event will take place in the West and the North buildings. There will be no conference activities taking place in the South building. To orient you on the layout of the facility, there are some important distinctions to be aware of. First, the lower level of the facility connects both the North and the West buildings underground in one contiguous space. Much of the conference activity will take place on this level, and we will go over it in detail in just a few moments. Other conference sessions will be happening on the upper levels of the facility. Those levels are Level 100, which is the street level, and Levels 200 and 300. Note, there will be no conference activity in the North Building Level 300, but there will be activity in the West Building Level 300. On the lower level, you will find Exhibit Hall 5-6. This area will be the epicenter of registration and exhibit activities and will be where the majority of volunteers will report for duty. The Host Committee Lounge and the Volunteer Check-in Office will be located in this area just across from the exhibit hall. The conference registration desk, which will be staffed by ICMA representatives, will be located here. This is where conference registrants will report to pick up their materials or purchase event tickets. On the lower level, it is important to note that there are 2 different sets of escalators that take you to the upper floors of the building. Recall, the lower level is the level that is one contiguous space underground. Once above ground, the 2 buildings are separated, so it is important to know which escalators will take you to what building. The tall, straight escalators will take you to the upper floors of the West Building, while the shorter L-shaped escalators will take you to the upper floors of the North Building. There are several places on the 100 or street level that you will want to make sure you are familiar with. The Phoenix Visitors Center is located near the 2nd Street entrance of the West Building. This will be a great place for visitors to go if they want to learn more about area attractions. Additionally, there are downtown information assistance booths located in the public areas of both the West and the North buildings on the street level. Our Phoenix Downtown Ambassadors will also be readily visible on the streets of downtown Phoenix and throughout the conference facility. Do not hesitate to call upon them if needed. They will be dressed in bright orange shirts and khaki pants. The Security Operations Center can be found off of the 5th Street entrance of the North building. And finally, buses for tours and field demonstrations will meet on the southwest corner of the North building near the 3rd Street entrance. Appropriate breaks will be provided during the conference. You will only be asked to coordinate with your volunteer partners or the volunteer coordinator during your shift to ensure appropriate coverage. For volunteers who will be working shifts in excess of 4 consecutive hours, you will be provided with a 1-hour lunch break. Volunteers working at the convention center and hotels will receive a $10 food voucher, which can be used at any retail food outlet located in the convention center. Most of these outlets close at 2 p.m., so if you are working an afternoon shift, please get your food prior to reporting for your shift. Volunteers working at the airport will receive $10 cash for refreshments on the day of their volunteer activity. Water coolers are available throughout the conference convention center for free, and all volunteers should feel free to bring your own food and drinks, but note that we will not have available storage area for personal refreshments. Coffee is also one of those things that is frequently asked for during a conference, and so there are 4 centrally located coffee shops. City Central Coffee is located on the first floor of the North Building, a Starbucks is located on the first floor of the West Building, and Einstein's is located in the lobby of the Hyatt Hotel, and another Starbucks is located at the Arizona Center. Our goal is to provide a safe environment for all of our conference participants, but we also want to make sure our volunteers are equipped to handle an emergency situation if one arises. Because the Phoenix Convention and Airport facilities are so large and complex, calling 911 during an emergency could actually delay emergency responders. There is comprehensive information included in the volunteer guide booklet regarding this information, so please highlight the phone numbers and keep them handy throughout the conference. At the Convention Center, you should dial *85 from any house phone or 602-262-7271. At the airport, you should dial 602-273-3311. And at the hotels, you may dial 911 for emergencies or the Phoenix Police non-emergency line at 602-262-6151. The trained staff members at any of these numbers will coordinate emergency responders and direct them to the appropriate location based on the information that you provide. For those of you attending this training session in person, you will already be receiving your volunteer kit. If you are unable to attend the session in person, we highly recommend that you pick up your volunteer kit before the conference. This will enable you to ensure you have all of the information you need to be successful. Volunteer kits may be picked up from the Arizona League of Cities and Towns office on Friday, September 28th between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. If you are unable to pick up your volunteer kit from the Arizona League and Cities of Towns office, they will be available at the Phoenix Convention Center Volunteer Check-in office beginning Saturday, October 6th between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. You've already been provided with the day, time, and specific assignment for your volunteer activities. Many of you may be assigned to multiple activities, so please schedule and track accordingly. For all assignments, please report directly to the location you are assigned to work, which for the most assignments will be the convention center, an airport terminal, or a conference hotel. For specific details on where to report for duty, please refer to the comprehensive email that was sent to you by your section leader. Generally speaking, most volunteers who are working at the convention center will need to check in at the host volunteer office, which is located near Exhibit Halls 5 and 6 in the southern corner. Those working at the airport will report to the welcome desks located in the baggage claim area, and those working the hotel welcome desks will report directly to the hotel lobby of their designated hotel. Please plan to arrive downtown or at the airport 30 minutes before your shift. In most cases, there will likely be a 15-minute transit time from your vehicle to the facility, and we would like to encourage some overlap to ensure that the person you are relieving can provide you with essential details that will help you. Make sure to bring the materials provided to you in your volunteer kit, as those will be beneficial throughout the conference. We also suggest limiting the amount of personal belongings you bring with you to the conference, as you will be required to keep them with you at all times. We cannot guarantee a secure place for valuable items. After you've completed your shift, feel free to check out the exhibit hall, attend a conference session, or visit with other volunteers or conference attendees. We want you to enjoy the event and experience the conference while you are working, so make sure you bring business cards if you have them, as the conference provides a great networking opportunity. So what do you need to do now? The conference is just about 2 weeks away, and there are a few things that we would recommend you do before then. First, double-check your assignments to make sure that you don't have any conflicts or concerns. If you do, notify your section leader immediately. Save your section leader's contact information in your cell phone and make sure they have your cell phone number as well. On the day you volunteer, you will need to notify your contact lead if there is a problem or just in case you have any questions. If you aren't really familiar with downtown Phoenix or the convention center and you are working at the conference or conference hotels, consider taking a leisure trip downtown and walk around the area. If you have any questions whatsoever, email or call your section leader. Chances are someone else may have the same exact question, and then we can communicate to the entire group. Review the conference materials to familiarize yourself with the activities taking place. Finally, consider creating a personal reference guide out of the materials you are being provided with flags or notes that will help you find information easily during the conference. Once again, on behalf of the entire host committee and the volunteer committee chairs, thank you for volunteering to help with this event. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, we would encourage you to contact your section leads, but you may also contact the committee chairpersons, Carrie Kent or Kristen Cray. Thank you very much for your service and enjoy the conference.